guys, well, I'm coming to you with some very important news for all you smarty pants out there who love to spell or spell check. Tonight is the final round of the Scripps National Spelling Bee, and it is happening right now, guys, at the Gaylord National Resort in National Harbor, Maryland, because I love you guys so much. In the spirit of the spelling bee, I want to test your spelling abilities. Al, you are the former teacher on the panel, Al. So this is a test for you.
Oh, no.
Are you ready, Al? Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Yeah, just in here, President Trump is now saying that he is considering pardoning Martha Stewart. The lifestyle mogul famously went to prison in 2004 for insider trading. In addition, the president also says he's thinking about commuting the sentence of ex-Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich. He's on a pardoning spree, and I have some political beliefs. I think he's doing some of these pardons so that when his friends get in trouble with the Russiagate or Russia investigation, he can say, well, I've been pardoning people for the past, I don't know, 5 months or so.
Oh, so you think this is setting the table?
Oh, I think this is definitely setting up for the future pardons of his homeboys. Kim has made a career off of selling her body, so now this is sexist for the New York Post to make a play on what she has sold her entire career.
Yes.
If it wasn't for her sex tape, if it wasn't for her putting her body on Instagram every day, which I don't think there's anything wrong with, then they wouldn't be using these puns. It's very important for us to have the entire picture. All these months, I thought that Bill Cosby just slipped these like Quaaludes in her drink, but allegedly, well, apparently she's admitting that she took the pills from him. So yes, she does. No one deserves to be sexually assaulted, but I do think it paints a completely different picture when we know she actually said that she herself took them willingly. Not only do I write narrative, I also write sports op-eds and socio-political op-eds. I do some correspondence work for other networks, really leaning more towards a sweep. But LeBron is so tenacious, I cannot see his ego letting you guys get swept.
He'll just have that one LeBron game where he just doesn't let it happen.
Right, but what sucks about it is that the team that he has around him, those are the pieces he handpicked.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, you kind of did this to yourself.
Renee, thank you so much for sitting in with us.
Thank you for letting me hang out with you guys. I've told you earlier that I graduated to the big kids table, and I am happy to be with the big kids. I feel so special. Parents are afraid of their kids. I was at a party the other day, and a kid was jumping off the second story, and the mom was like, Billy, don't do that. My mom would have yanked me and pulled me down the street and taken me home, and I would not have been able to come out of my house for another day. And I was cheering. We always had a security guard who followed us around when we were doing the promo line, so I never had those particular incidents happen to me. Do I think that cheerleaders know what we sign up for? You know you have to have a full-time job. You know you have to be a full-time student. This is not your full-time job. Do cheerleaders deserve more money? Yes. But do you know going into it that you're not making a lot of money? Yes.
Would you let your kids join the cheerleading?
I would. I was a pageant girl. I was a cheerleader. A lot of people look at those two industries as being overly sexualized, but I got a lot of scholarship money from doing pageants, and I padded my resume like hella by cheering for the NFL. So I think if you know...
Going in. Your eyes are open.
Your eyes are open.
Yeah.
My mom and dad didn't raise me to be a one-trick pony. You know, so I never felt bad for using my beauty or my sexuality to complement my brain. With Beyonce and a parent.
Blueberries!
A parent.
Wait, it says V right there. Jay-Z. Jay-Z! Oh my God!
Wait, I didn't get that.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, yes. The restaurant who offered him not only a job, but a $1,101 bonus to start the job as an incentive to get him out of the house. I mean, how many people who have been working at this restaurant really deserve that money, but they're deciding to give it to a lazy millennial? The idea of a promo line, an alternate line that actually goes and entertains the people in the boxes or the people in the nosebleeds, that's not a new, nor is it a novel
The women
idea.
in the bikinis.
Well, we didn't wear bikinis. We wore,
them.
but maybe they did.
Okay.
But we were scantily clad. I mean, I don't know if people are using bikini like as an all-encompassing term, but we wore our crop top and our little booty shorts. I mean, how many times have you gone to a bar or a restaurant or been at your girlfriend's house and stayed over a little bit later than you expected, and it was 2:45 before you looked up?
Right, and that's what Uber's for.
But more times often than not, anything past midnight.
I don't think that's fair.
So we're doing emoji headlines.
With no shoes.
With no shoes. So it's a headline of today, but using emoji. So if we're going to shout it out, let's go. Nap minus the A. NP. Z, sleeping minus the A.
Napa Valley.
Napa Valley!
Oh, for real?
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Incident in Arizona, I believe, with the driverless car, where the driverless car killed the pedestrian. So definitely not a good look for Uber. But as far as the suspect or the Uber driver is concerned, I'm interested in hearing what else is behind it. Suzanne is definitely going out on the absolute bottom. But I do want to talk about how her ex-husband, Tom Arnold, spoke to Anderson Cooper, said that she had mental health issues when they were married. And I know we parrot the mental health issue conversation a lot. And I'm not excusing her racist or bigoted attitudes on mental health, but I think that she is having a public meltdown of epic proportions. I also have this very jaded perspective of wrestling and that world. So I think about how real was their relationship
Interesting. I never
in the
thought about that.
beginning. So if it's a real relationship, yeah, and you really respect and love one another, try to make it work if the circumstances beget that. But it's the WWE. I'm with Sally Field on this. I think that is a very, maybe it sounds derogatory, but I think the line continues to move on what's derogatory and what's not derogatory. I personally am not offended by the C word, and I think the fact that they premeditated and pre-taped this means that they didn't think there was going to be this much backlash.
With former NFL cheerleader, but can she get you to cheer her on to a win? We shall find out. It is Renee Davis.
If I could ever be that graceful, I would do anything. I would seriously.
Tori, you know what I was doing while they were doing that? What? Eating my second donut. That's how I would do it. True story.
I had donut in my mouth while I was doing it.